Welcome to the show. My name is Wemimo Adewuni. This is the Morning Crossfire. Today is Thursday. It's a health day. So we're having a conversation, like I told you earlier, about health matters. And I'd love you to come closer because this is important. And we hope that you're able to learn a thing or two from the show today. I have my guests ready here already for us on the show this morning. They are here to educate you. And you have the opportunity to also call in on the show. I have Dosunmu here with me in the studio. He's a project officer for projects Readdress Inclusion Rights and Empowerment Projects. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Let's do that again.
Thank you for having me.
No, that's much better. It's good to have you here. I have joining us via the phone. She's on the line, Miss Titi Tade. She's a technical lead for the Readdress Inclusion Rights and Empowerment Projects. Good morning, Miss Titi.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. All right, so we're talking psychosocial disability. Psychosocial disability. So I'll let you take the lead. Seun, what is psychosocial disability?
Okay, as it is, it's an expression that is used to describe social disabilities that may arise due to mental health issues. It's not visible. It's not visible, obviously. So many people do not have an idea of what it is. So, for instance, you have someone with schizophrenia.
Can you move your phone away? Your phone? Yeah, it's given. Yeah.
So you have someone with schizophrenia or
farther away.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
So you have someone who is living with schizophrenia. You can't determine what is going to happen. They are totally not in touch with reality. Or someone who is living with bipolar disorder. They have extreme mood swings and extreme high mood and then low mood all of a sudden. Unfortunately, when people like this live in their communities or even at home or in the workplace, it's assumed that they are spiritually attacked, while they should be understood as to how they can get help and be included in the workforce. Yeah.
Hey, that's quite a conversation that we're gonna have, but I'll be right back. All right, we're right here. Let me go on to Titi now, who's on the phone. Wow. Schizophrenia. I mean, in Nigeria, mental health issues is not well understood yet. I mean, so apparently what your organization is then asking for is that these people are included in the society. So let's look at what are mental disorders to start with, and how do you identify them? This is coming to you, Titi.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Seun has described what psychosocial disorders are. And like he said these are social disorders which occur with people that have mental health issues. Sometimes people may not have mental health issues, but also are challenged with psychosocial disorders. But we'll discuss that later. So mental health disorders, mental health illnesses are basically a group of illnesses that affect people's mental reality, their cognitive processes, the way they think, the way they behave, the way they act around people, and sometimes it also affects the way that they're able to process things that are going on around them. So basically, people that have mental health issues have illnesses that are similar to physical illnesses, but it's affecting their brain. Like my friend would say, when you have malaria, your brain tells you that you have a temperature. Your brain tells you that you're not feeling well. But that when your brain is ill, what tells your brain that it's ill? So usually that's basically what mental health illness is.
Is the illness of the brain. Excuse me, I don't know why I have something in my throat. So we've had quite some conversation around mental health. We've had psychologists come in here. We've had psychiatrists even come in here talk about mental health issues. But what I've discovered is that Nigerians are still very far away from fully understanding it. And like you hinted earlier, there's this spiritual aspect that we always bring in when you see someone quote unquote misbehaving. In that sense, you mean someone who's not behaving like you. You think, village people to get here, there's something wrong with you essentially. Or we even say that the person is a witch, especially when we have older citizens who begin to have some of these mental, illnesses. Now, what you're advocating for, let me get it clearly, is that these persons should be included in the society. What sort of inclusion are we looking at here, Sam?
All right. So,
Okay.
so let me quickly just say this. With psychosocial disabilities, it's part of a group of disabilities that come under mental illnesses. A lot of mental illnesses cause disabilities. Depression is one of the biggest disabilities that affects people's disability every day in globally. So it's just one of the group of you could refer to them as challenges that arise from mental illnesses. And the problem, like you said, is because there's a lot of stigma surrounding mental illness, surrounding people understanding what is going on with people that have mental health challenges. People are not willing to listen to them. They're not willing to come to have conversations with them, ask about their challenges, ask about their struggles, and try to understand how we can help them in society. And, one of the things we talk about is social model of disability. What is the social model of disability? Social model of disability says people are disabled not because they have a physical or mental disability. People are disabled because the society does not plan for them. So if somebody who is deaf goes to an area, if he has signposts there, he doesn't need to start asking people that what is being said. I'm looking for a certain place. He can see the signpost, he can read it and move on. If somebody is blind, if you go to a certain place and in the UK, for example, you go to a bus stop, the bus will tell you this is where I'm, a light here, get on here, that kind of thing. So if you're blind, you get to a bus stop or train station and you can get on those things. But we don't have those facilities. And that's why we say that's a social model. The society doesn't design things for people with disability so they can fit into the society. Lagos State has a mandate where we talked about by 2019 or so that most public buildings should have ramps so that people with physical disabilities should be able to climb, wheel themselves into the building. But where are the ramps?
That's a very good question. Where are the ramps that yet nowhere to be found? There was actually a deadline, which we have way past. After which all public facilities should have ramps for people with disabilities. Certainly, they know
disabilities that people can see.
Physical disabilities,
Yeah. When you talk about psychosocial disabilities that are invisible to people, we're not having those discussions.
So let me come back to you in here in the studio, Seun. So again, the physical disability, maybe the conversations are a bit easier to have because, like Titi said, you can see this person possibly is using crutches, is using a walking stick, it's something physical. But in the mental, for citizens, it's difficult to understand because you're not a medical practitioner. When you're relating with someone who has psychosocial disability, until you begin to converse with them, you don't know that something is wrong. Do you think that Nigerians who don't understand this kind of disability can engage with people living with such disabilities? And where do we start from?
Okay, when you were saying so, you talked about being a medical practitioner. The goal here is that we need to begin to educate everyone to understand that these mental illnesses exist. And because there's a knowledge gap already,
huge one.
That's why we're where we are. And for Project Readdress Inclusion Rights and Empowerment, we intend to not just advocate for the inclusion of persons with psychosocial disabilities. But whilst we're doing that, we're also enlightening the public on psychosocial disabilities, what you can look out for, or what you can see easily and assess. Then you can say, okay, this individual is not operating at ease or our maximum level. So first of all, we need to address the knowledge gap, and that would aid everyone around, even in homes, communities, religious organizations, to understand that, okay, yes, this isn't a spiritual issue, it's just a mental imbalance, or probably that probably arose from experiences, maybe heartbreaks, loss of a close one, and then you never get back to your usual state. So people are prone to mental illness, and that's the conversation we should be having.
So just to help the listener, these psychosocial disabilities would range from schizophrenia, you have anxiety disorders, PTSD, depression, bipolar. I'm not. I'm sure some people are listening and saying, "No. What's wrong with you?" Bipolar, for instance, is very strange in our society. I mean, this is an acknowledgement of the fact that people have two extremes of behaviors, but that's not acceptable in our culture, is it?
Exactly. So, I'll use an example of a friend that I met one time, and all because he saw mental health advocate on my profile, he found it easy to have a conversation with me on his bipolar experience.
Okay.
At a point, he literally tore all of his certificates, and that was when he was, at the extreme. Tore all of his certificates, and no one could comprehend. So, there are many people or many Nigerians who live with bipolar, but nobody seems to understand. And because of that, you can't even include them in the workplace, because you feel that
I'm still coming to the inclusion in the workplace. But staying with these health issues, now, I found out also, because, I have a regular psychiatrist that I bring here, and I've discovered that even a lot of Nigerians who have mental issues don't want to come forward for treatment. Depression, for instance, we've had the conversation here that it can be treated with as low as 5,000 naira, if you go to the hospital. But Nigerians don't want to show up for treatment. Titi, that's the first place. Even the guys living with these disabilities don't want to come for treatment. How can we include you when you're not getting treatment? Right?
Yeah. So before I quickly respond to that, let me quickly just say this, that the conditions you mentioned, anxiety disorders, schizophrenia, bipolar, they're all mental health conditions. But psychosocial disorders are also things that can arise from those mental health conditions. It's a social disorder per se. So it's not a mental disorder, but it's a social disorder that arises from all those disease conditions. When it now comes to people accessing healthcare, one of the biggest issues about people accessing healthcare is stigma. We talk about the stigma, but then also awareness, like we're doing now. We need to push out more information there. We need to communicate more to people that there's nothing for you to feel ashamed about when it comes to mental health. Mental health is just your physical health. The example I like giving is, we teach children about how to take care of their physical health right from primary school. But who's teaching them about their mental health? We don't. Because it's a conversation we all shy away from. But it's a conversation that we need to make more commonplace and let people understand that it's just like having any other illness. If you cover it up and you don't talk about it, it only gets worse. So stigma, the lack of awareness, and in some cases, yes, some illnesses are quite cheap to treat. Well, not cheap, but less expensive. Obviously, there are those on the other extreme end that can be expensive. But the longer you stay untreated, it's like any disease condition, the more expensive, the more difficult your prognosis would be.
So the nexus we see here in psychosocial disorders, talks about the psychological state and then the interpretation in social relations and the nexus here. So in social relations, we've discovered this gap in the number one, people are not coming forward for treatment, and then there's a huge knowledge gap in people who are not living with disability, understanding the disability and understanding how to relate with those living with these disabilities. Let's talk about the inclusion quickly. Seun. So now, people living with disabilities, with these mental disabilities, how do you advocate? What kind of inclusion do you advocate for?
So, one of the ways we feel that, like we talked about the knowledge gap, when employers begin to understand that there are people who live with psychosocial disabilities, and you understand, the patterns or the behavioral patterns, it's a lot easier to manage. But unfortunately, the stigma comes first. So when you display an unusual behavior, you are said to be inconsistent. You are said to be possessed, and then the next thing is to find a way to get you out of the workplace
Hmm.
by either sacking or terminating your contract. So this would escalate issues rather than even there are people with psychosocial disabilities are not inefficient. It's just is
A
a
condition.
condition that can be managed. Obviously, it can be managed. But we need to understand what it is, and then begin to understand that these guys can work, but they might not deliver at the time expected, unlike their peers who don't have any kind of mental illness.
Hmm. Can
So
we have a frank conversation? Are you ready for it? Now, when I open the phone lines, I can anticipate what I would hear. Now, in Nigeria, employers of labor give you targets. In fact, they push you beyond the brink, not just, to the brink. They push you over the edge, even without a psychosocial disorder. They expect more from you. How do we incorporate this? Now, the example, the what you mentioned now reminded me of an instance that I knew of. A guy who was sacked because he was displaying mental disorder at work, and unfortunately, that led to him committing suicide. It flashed back to my mind. But I mean, how do we merge employers trying to get maximum, profit? Because that's why it's a capitalist system. You want to maximize profit. How do you encourage them to then think first about giving room to these people living with psychosocial disorders?
one of the ways is that once you understand the condition, oh, this individual has a psychosocial disability, it's a lot easier to know where he or she will function. Working with deadlines might not, work with them because
Yeah,
they might struggle
yeah,
like their peers. But when you understand that, okay, yes, this individual can work with this pace,
yeah.
then you identify a role
That's suitable.
that's suitable for them. They definitely cannot. They probably for those with anxiety disorders, you don't expect them
Deadlines is going to even worsen it.
make presentations to board members. That might not happen.
Yeah.
Someone who has PTSD, that may not, it may not be easy to make such presentations, especially when they have had horrific experiences with presentations, and now because of a job you're bringing them to.
Yeah, let me go on a break. I want to speak to employers of labor when we come back. This is sitting right on your table this morning. Let's talk when we come back from this break. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Wemimo Adewuni. We're talking psychosocial disorders. And we'll have more after this. Don't go away.
Infomercial. Hey, you, what's going on? It's your Deals Plug. And as usual, I've got the most fantastic, the most spanky new gist for you. So, guys, Burger King is here in Nigeria. Yes, I'm super excited and I can't wait to taste the flame grilled Whopper. But what's a Whopper without an ice cold bottle of Coca-Cola to go with it, huh? Oh, wait, you haven't heard? Your faves, Burger King and Coca-Cola, are in a fantastic partnership that screams enjoyment. That's right. Just like two peas in a pod, they are working together to bring you a real burger experience. You already know the vibes. Just chow and sip, chow and sip, chow and sip till you're good and absolutely full. It's a match made for you. Don't sleep on it, guys. As I speak, I can already imagine a flame grilled Whopper on one hand and an ice cold bottle of Coca-Cola on the other. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, guys, stop imagining like me. Walk into any Burger King outlet and have a real burger experience at 274 Adewuni, Victoria Island, Lagos. And of course, you can order for a cold bottle of Coke alongside that flame grilled Whopper. Burger King, your way, way better.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. Wow, I love the new Galaxy Flip. I've been thinking of getting it since it came out.
I want to buy the Galaxy A22, but I'm not sure if I've saved up enough.
The biggest sale of the year is happening in all Samsung retail stores nationwide.
Really?
Now is the time stand to enjoy amazing discounts and win loads of gifts on every phone you buy.
Yes!
You get a whopping discount when you buy the Galaxy A22, A12, A02, and Tab S7 devices. You get gifts worth up to 250,000 naira when you buy the Galaxy Z Fold 3, Z Flip 3, or any of the S21 devices. It doesn't get better than the Black Friday deals at Samsung. Wait, where are you going?
To the nearest Samsung store, of course.
Promo runs from Friday, 12th November to the 30th of November, 2021. T's and C's apply.
Dem no dey tanda one place dey wait for life o. You go sharply waka go meet am. No be how many chance wey you get na im matter o. Na wetin you take am do na im be the koko. As day dey break dey go, cup after cup. With better smell wey dey tinkolo body. And Omio taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. Your day don't start gidigba be that o. E con still finish gidigba. Nescafe don land now for sachet for shinkily 70 naira. With Nescafe, everything don't start be that o.
We've had many battles, we have won some wars. But in all our struggles, we have lost loved ones. It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun. 'Cause we know, no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together. We stand by your side. No yawa, no problem. Go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together. We go beat them down.
Do you own or run a food or grocery business in VI, Ikoyi, Lagos Island, Aja, or other parts of Lagos and would like more customers to buy from you? Or are you a rider looking to serve more businesses on the island and other parts of Lagos? Then you should sign up on Instant Trolleys, Nigeria's most reliable online food and groceries ordering platform. As a vendor on Instant Trolleys, you will pay no charge for the first month, reach thousands of customers within your locality, receive your payments within 24 hours, enjoy the lowest commission charge available to date, track riders' activities, and much more. As a rider as well, you will extend your network of clients and boost your income while applying your usual routes. To register on Instant Trolleys, visit www.instanttrolleys.com. Instant, TROLLEYS.com or call 091-2269-6917 today. Instant Trolleys, your needs at your fingertips.
Sweetie, you look so worried.
Honey, I am so confused. Oga landlord has given us just 1 week to pay the rent we are owing or pack out, and I have no cash on me. I tried selling my car, but buyers are not just turning up.
What? Sell your car? Why don't you just get a quick loan from Cash Drive Instant Loans?
Cash Drive Instant Loans? Yes, Cash Drive offers instant loans for car owners. With Cash Drive Instant Loans, you can get up to 20 million naira in 24 hours without a guarantor, using just your car as your collateral, and you can still drive it. Apply now on www.cashdrive.co. For more information, call us on 0122999554 or WhatsApp on 0802-857-2566 or 0817-555-6789. Cash Drive Instant Loans. We are on your side.
It's hot. It's nationwide, online and offline. The biggest sales of the year 2021. It's Konga Yakata from 11th November to 12th December. Don't miss it. Konga, the e-commerce group you trust.
The federal government, through NPHCDA, commenced Phase 2 vaccination of all persons 18 years and above with safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines approved by WHO and certified by NAFDAC. Special arrangement has been made for staff, their dependents and retirees of ministries, departments and agencies of government, private corporate organizations and non-governmental organizations. To benefit from this special arrangement, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng/corporate vaccination/ to obtain, fill and submit the Google form. NPHCDA will contact you within 48 hours. Protect yourself, your family and your workplace against COVID-19. COVID-19 vaccines are free, safe and effective. For further inquiries, call 0700 220 1122 or send a mail to covid19.vaccination@nphcda.gov.ng. This message is from the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency.
When you find out you're pregnant, it's like there are a million stretch mark products to choose from, but you trust other mothers. And that's how I discovered Bio Oil, and I'm still using it every day.
Bio Oil helps improve the appearance of scars, stretch marks, and uneven skin tone. Bio Oil is available in all leading pharmacies and shops. Bio Oil is also available online on Jumia on the Bio Oil official store. For more information, please contact Bio Oil Nigeria on Facebook. To identify original Bio Oil products, look out for the Sproxel, scratch, and text pin. Bio Oil Skincare Oil is clinically proven as safe for its intended use by adults, including pregnant women. In the unlikely use of skin irritation, please discontinue use.
Wow, I love the new Galaxy Flip. I've been thinking of getting it since it came out.
I want to buy the Galaxy A22, but I'm not sure if I've saved up enough.
The biggest sale of the year is happening in all Samsung retail stores nationwide.
Really?
Now is the time to enjoy amazing discounts and win loads of gifts on every phone you buy.
Yes!
You get a whopping discount when you buy the Galaxy A22, A12, A02, and Tab S7 devices. You get gifts worth up to 250,000 naira when you buy the Galaxy Z Fold 3, Z Flip 3, or any of the S21 devices. It doesn't get better than the Black Friday deals at Samsung. Wait, where are you going?
To the nearest Samsung store, of course.
Promo runs from Friday, 12th November to the 30th of November, 2021. T's and C's apply.
Originality, it don't enter Naija. Now we own the society, radical. You get ability, I get ability. Macho radical. Yeah. Now we be VIP, best to win. You get the ability. Oh, you don't be lie. You go to all my radical.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info. And we're having a conversation on psychosocial disability. This is a nexus between mental disability and the relation with social relationships. And I have my guests with me, both in the studio and over the phone, talking about the impact and the need for inclusion of people living with psychosocial disabilities in the society. I've got here with me in the studio Seun Dosunmu, who is a project officer for Project Readdress Inclusion Rights and Empowerment. Is also a mental health advocate. Titi Tade is over the phone. She is the technical lead for the Readdress Inclusion Rights and Empowerment Project. She's also a clinical psychologist and a practicing medical social worker. That's awesome. Now, we've laid on the table of employers the need to have inclusion at the workplace. I know that international organizations already do this. If you apply for a role, they ask you to indicate if you have a disability, whether physical or mental. And they tell you, in fact, a lot of them indicate clearly that people living with disabilities are encouraged to apply. But Nigeria, we're still far away from that bus stop. We've not gotten there at all. So if you are an employer of labor or you work in a space and you've had someone living with any form of mental disability around you, can you share with us any experience you've had in the workplace? Is there any kind of inclusion, both at the workplace and in the society at large? The number is 0700 993 993 993. For female callers, the line is 014657 190. 014657 190. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can watch us live and share your thoughts with us when you call us or when you send your messages to us on Facebook. It's Nigeria Info 99.3. Nigeria Info 99.3. We'll take your comments also on WhatsApp. The number is 080 9597 5805. 080 9597 5805. Social inclusion for people living with mental disabilities, any form of mental disorder. Yeah.
The conversation continues. Employers need to begin to equip themselves with the right knowledge yes, we can't overemphasize the need for inclusion, because the more we exclude persons with psychosocial disabilities in the workforce, the more stagnant the numbers of unemployed Nigerians remain, because a specific group of people will not get jobs.
Yeah, let me speak with John. Oh, he's on the line. He's here from Okunwaja, a first-time caller. Hello, John.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yes, good morning. You're on radio. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, ma. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Yeah, I was going to ask if amnesia is a state of mental disability.
Yes, it is.
I'm
not a doctor.
Can tell any of your callers to just throw something on that aspect.
On amnesia. Okay, yeah. I think Titi would be able to talk to us about that. All right, Titi, are you there?
Yes, I
All
am.
right, so he's asking about amnesia. Does amnesia fall under this condition we're talking about?
No. Amnesia is a memory loss that can result from trauma. It could be physical trauma to the head. It could be psychological trauma. You understand? It just means the person has forgotten certain aspects of the person's life. And it would be, it's not really regarded as psychosocial disability unless the person is having challenges with relating with people. And if the person has a kind of amnesia whereby the person has forgotten large portions of their life, their family, work, certain skills, then the person may have a psychosocial disability.
Okay, so it's it could be a psychological disorder. It could also occur to a person
caused by trauma.
It could be caused by, yeah. So in case you have someone, I'm wondering if you're asking on behalf of someone. Your best bet is to go to a hospital, and get the person properly diagnosed. Radio, conversation would not fix it. Now, due to the lockdown last year, there was a lot of retrenchment, in companies. And I'm focusing on the workspace, the inclusion in the workplace, because people with psychosocial disorders need jobs to keep themselves going because they need money. I mean, you need money. So there was a lot of retrenchment. How do you think this would affect? I mean, COVID, post-COVID, we can't clearly say we're post-COVID, but we refer post-COVID because the economy is now open. Post-lockdown, I think that's a better way to put it. What's your assessment? Have you done an assessment of the impact on people living with psychosocial disabilities? Before you answer, let me speak to this person on the line. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome. What's your name?
My name is Bright.
All right, Bright, go ahead.
I called concerning the mental health discussion you people are having this morning.
Yes,
Hello?
please go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
I want to ask a question. Because I know your this thing is still there. The doctor.
Please. Okay. When you call, we can hear you. I know why you're calling. You're calling to contribute, so just go ahead and do it. Okay? My guests are here, so just go ahead, ask your question, leave a comment, or whatever it is you want to do. We can hear you. You spent over 1 minute without telling me anything. All right. Go ahead. Yes, let's talk about the lockdown, post-lockdown, and the effect on this inclusion that we're asking for.
Okay, so we haven't done, an assessment, like a proper assessment, but we could decipher that whilst we were rolling out the COVID-19 vaccinations, persons with psychosocial disabilities were excluded. And yes, it was more, the focus was on who has contracted COVID-19, go to this hospital. No proper education was given to persons with psychosocial disabilities, and in a way that would have excluded them. And talking about the economic angle to this, certainly even those who had jobs that had a slash in salaries felt the impact of COVID-19. How much more persons who didn't have a job, who wouldn't even be accepted for who they are. It's clear we don't need to, yes, we don't have figures to back this, but it's clear that, for instance, I know a caregiver who's been treating his brother for depression and all for over 15 years now.
Whoa.
During the lockdown, they couldn't access, his medications. It was pretty difficult.
Let me hold your thoughts and speak to David from Badagry. Oh dear, we lost David's call. He's been holding on the line for a while. All right, please go ahead.
So they couldn't access, his medications for a while, and that affected him. This someone who needs to see his doctor like almost every week, and then purchase medication. And
then hospitals were also closed.
The caregiver wasn't making enough money to even buy the
medications.
So who gets to suffer in the long run? The person with psychosocial disability.
Hello, good morning. We can hear you. What's your name?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. We can hear you. Okay. We can hear you. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Deji.
Okay.
So I want to say that this discussion is very, very important. Very, very important. Because I have an experience in my workplace where a guy suddenly picked up some string beer. We really tried to make sure that he did not lose his job. Because it was obvious that if he had lost the job, the situation would have gotten so worse for him.
Yeah.
Only God knows what could have happened. He might even commit suicide.
Yeah.
Because very nervous, he was so his job. I thank God that we're able to manage the situation. That he was given time to go and take some rest and all that, and then thank God he came back after some time and he was okay. So I'm just trying to say this to employers of labor and the people in charge of HR and all these things. When these things happen, they shouldn't be quick to say, okay, this person will spoil something, this person will can create problem, so let us just release the person. No, it's not good.
Yeah.
So let us manage it, because if you don't manage it, it will be worse for them.
Yeah,
so
I agree. Thank you very much. And that's just apt. Again, remember I mentioned someone that the story I told earlier. The guy unfortunately committed suicide because that worsened his situation. He couldn't cope with what he was dealing with, and then the loss of his jobs. I remember people narrating then that he would at the workplace, start talking to himself as he was walking. I mean, somehow people dreaded that, and they kept reporting, and he was sacked. Why does sacking the person deal with the issue? No, it doesn't. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Put off your radio. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, welcome to the show. What's your name?
My name is Bola.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to contribute to the
Yes, please go on.
program.
Go ahead.
What I want to say, I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you clearly. Go ahead.
Okay. So, while I understand this medical issue and that they need help and that people should, I think what we should discuss is the reality of the issue. If we discuss the reality of the issue and we are able to provide solutions to how we can actually, engage these people, because I'm an employer of labor, for instance, If I open a salon, for instance, and I have somebody with mental issue, how do I manage it? Those are the things. Because in reality, it's easy to say, let's manage it. In the reality of it is where the issue is. Let's discuss it.
Good. Thank you very much. And that's one of the things I was talking about earlier. Let's speak to another people, some other persons here. Okay, please try again. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, are you there? Good morning.
Hello?
I can hear you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, welcome. What's your name?
Yes, I choose to be anonymous. Please.
That's all right.
Yeah. What you are discussing, I think I've had this problem for some years. That has to do with my wife.
Okay.
And we have this problem over 20 years now. In between these 20 years, we have gone for admission twice. Twice at Yeba, then the last one at
Abeokuta.
Mm.
We were told never to stop taking her drugs. But my wife don't want to hear that now. Anytime she stops taking drugs, things will go out of hand, and it costs me a lot of money. So at home, doesn't talk to people, don't want to see anybody, throw things away, all that. So as a human being, I'm getting fed up. So I just want to know, what do I need to do? Please ask the doctor, what do I need to do?
First, before you go, can I send you a virtual hug? Thank you for staying with her all these years and taking her to the hospital. You've done very well. I'm super proud of you. I don't know you personally, but I'm super proud of you. So keep listening, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
you very
you.
much, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. This is a big one. I mean, inclusion also talks about engaging them and staying with them, even as a caregiver. Let me come to you, Titi, on this big one. So there are two questions on the table now. Let me take Ahigbe. She's on the line already, holding on. Let me just take her comment. Hello, Ahigbe.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Can you speak into your phone?
Yes, are you hearing me?
Yes,
now?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
I regard to managing them in a piece of work, it might not be possible. I know that government do give them 3 months. So after they are recovering, they might restore them back. But to leave somebody for more than 3 months as what government do give to the people that were employed that fall into that circumstances, it might be difficult because government money does not belong to one person that it doesn't work for. So what those people should do now, those who are managing this mental problem in the local area, they should upgrade them because the way they treat those people is too humanizing.
Oh, okay.
Giving them masks on the body, so they should set up a panel to help them even build halls or build places for them locally.
Oh, okay. I hear you, Ahigbe. I think she's referring to those people, those traditional, centers where they say they cure madness. I put that in quote. I'm sure that's what she refers to. That's not allowed. It's criminal to chain someone, to flog them, to force feed them. It's actually practically criminal. There's nothing spiritual. There's nothing, traditional about that.
I think what this person is actually saying is, in a way, hinting us on, looking at the policies available, policies in place at the moment to
even in government,
to ensuring care for persons with psychosocial disabilities. Yes, unfortunately, not too many people can even afford. The other caller talked about how costly it's been for him, and if you are not financially buoyant, at some point you might really and genuinely give up. But it takes us to the policy and where we need the government to come in. We don't have enough facilities. We don't have enough mental health experts. We don't have, the education everywhere, because people should know these things, just like we know malaria and typhoid. You should have those conversations every day,
and probably even create a policy that subsidizes the cost for for treatment of mental illnesses. But we have some questions on the table, and we really need to answer those. So let's start off with the question. The person asking for practical answers. She has a salon. How does she include someone who has a psychosocial disability in her workplace? Titi.
All right, thank you. So people that have psychosocial disability have a wide-ranging set of behaviors. The person might have difficulty interacting with people, might have difficulty coping with everyday life, like Seun had hinted, meeting deadlines. The first question is, most of the time when we talk about mental health, psychosocial disorders, people go to the extreme and think of the person that is on the streets, talking to himself, walking naked. Most people that have such issues do not exhibit those behaviors. Yes, they may exhibit certain behaviors that are atypical. They're not what we would say is norm, but it's not something that where the person is pulling at his hair or whatever. The first thing is the person is employed. What are the person's skills? What can the person do? So if the person is the kind of person that you said you have, you're in a salon, is it that she knows how to braid? So maybe she will work better in you having apprentices so that they can learn to braid under her.
Right.
You understand? So it's just
And
adapting.
that person is not the one to relate directly with the customer in negotiating.
Exactly.
How much the braid will cost. Maybe her job will just be to do the braids if she does it properly. But let me hold your thought. Monday has been trying to reach us for so long. It's calling from Lagos Island. Hello, Monday. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Wemimo.
Yes, thanks for calling back.
Yeah, please, first time caller.
Thanks.
Thank God for getting you today.
I'm glad you're here.
So, please, like the lady that called and mentioned something like the reality.
Yeah.
I work with a firm, let me use that language, and I have a particular staff who have been having this challenge, mental challenge. It comes and it goes. And it happens to be a security guard in one of our apartments. So sometimes tenants will observe a character that is very unusual for him. They do send him message, please help me to refill gas, help me to do this minor issue. But it becomes violent. And tenants will now call and say, please, Mr. Monday, this guy, did you observe him? Most times he tried to be normal, but of which people assess him not to be normal.
And it affects your own business.
Yes.
All right, I'll have to end.
To relieve him become an issue.
All right, I'm sorry, but I'm totally running out of time. I have an ad coming up. I think we'll have a second half of this conversation. Just hold on, I'll be right back.
From Jumia that is definitely going to put a smile on your beautiful faces. Jumia has something coming up called the flash sales. Now, this is where you get to get the every single day. It's happening every day from Friday during the Black Friday sales. We're talking deals from 12 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., and for every other day. The flash sales happens at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. And now I'm about to give you guys a lowdown on what the free return policy is all about. You, as a customer, are free to return items brought at no extra charge. You can initiate a return within 15 days for official store items and 7 days for other illegible items if you receive a wrong, damaged, defective, or counterfeit item. You get a full refund including shipping fees. To initiate a return by visiting the My Order tab on your app or the website. You can also call us on 070-0600-000. Yes, so Jumia has your back. Also, we have the Explosion Day coming up. This is where you have the treasure hunt happening at midnight, 6 p.m. Get a chance to hunt for the biggest deals like a 200,000 naira voucher and a 1-year Jumia Prime subscription. Ewo si awufo. Also, we have Friday for the rush hour. It starts at 12 noon, and for an hour, you get a 20% discount off selected brands. Also, the flash sales happening at 12 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m. every single day. Now, you do not want to miss out on this beautiful, discounted shopping experience.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
We've had many battles, we have won some wars, but in all our struggles, we have lost loved ones.
It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun. 'Cause we know no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together. We stand by your side. No yawa, no problem. Go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together. We go beat 'em down.
See, when you buy the Mofix air dry diaper, you go get 2 free diaper for inside the twin pack and 4 free diaper for the jumbo pack. Oh yeah, make una try the Mofix baby diaper today and enjoy the dryness wey mothers don dey look for. Make dem no leave you behind o. Grab your share of happiness. Join the happiness movement. Mofix, growing up happily.
Have you ever wondered where you can get all your sanitary and plumbing materials? The Choice Sanitary Wares Limited is the answer. The Choice Sanitary Wares is a one-stop shop where you can find quality, style, affordability all in one. The Choice Sanitary Wares water closets are made from grade A materials with very high-speed flow master and a 5-year warranty on the flow master mechanism. Our pocket-friendly range of products come with different designs for your comfort and relaxation, such as our top-grade shower mixers, water heaters, water taps, shower cubicle, shower rooms, and many more. Visit us at number 94 Market Street, Oduade Market, Koka, Lagos, or log on to www.choicesanitary.com.ng. Contact 0906 709 0163 or 0817 232 1764. We deliver nationwide. The Choice Sanitary Wares, innovation with style.
Sweetie, you look so worried.
Honey, I am so confused. Our landlord has given us just 1 week to pay the rent we are owing or pack out, and I have no cash on me. I tried selling my car, but buyers are not just turning up.
What? Sell your car? Why don't you just get a quick loan from Cash Drive Instant Loans?
Cash Drive Instant Loans? Yes, Cash Drive offers instant loans for car owners. With Cash Drive Instant Loans, you can get up to 20 million naira in 24 hours without a guarantor, using just your car as your collateral, and you can still drive it. Apply now on www.cashdrive.co. For more information, call us on 0122999554 or WhatsApp on 0802 857